Number 1. Yakutsk, the coldest place on the planet. Imagine waking up in the morning in a place where the cold surpasses any conventional winter concept. The first thing to do after getting out of bed isn't to start the day, but to light a fire in the wood-burning stove to warm the entire house, as the outside temperature can drop below 50 degrees Celsius and in extreme times even reach 71 degrees Celsius. Yakutsk sits on permafrost, where the ground is frozen year-round, so items and food can be naturally preserved right in the yard. Many families stock up on frozen fish, meat, and vegetables to sustain themselves through the winter without needing refrigerators. This region, located in Siberia, Russia, has a harsh climate that has shaped a lifestyle completely different from the rest of the world. Yakutsk, also known as the Sakha Republic, is a vast autonomous region within the Russian Federation, larger than many European countries, but with only about 970,000 inhabitants. Half the population are indigenous Yakut people, the rest being Russians and other ethnic minorities, creating a diverse community living amidst harsh natural conditions. Villages are scattered, roads are covered in thick ice, and transportation depends on airplanes, snowmobiles, or specialized vehicles. Yakutsk is often called the coldest city on the planet, where winter temperatures can remain below 40 degrees Celsius or even 70 degrees Celsius for extended periods. For several weeks of the year, daylight is very short, forcing life to revolve around prolonged periods of darkness and cold. This makes any outdoor activity a real challenge for people. Inside each house, the wood-burning stove is the central source of warmth and is almost always burned throughout 9 months of the year. Keeping warm is paramount, as temperatures dropping too low can lead to illness or death. Food in the markets freezes on its own, and the fish market becomes the primary source of supply because the frigid climate makes agriculture almost impossible. People rely on frozen lakes and rivers for fishing, providing protein for the entire winter. Frozen fish is sliced thinly and eaten raw or cooked in brine. Some families even use handsaws to cut large blocks of ice from the river and bring them home for drinking water, as the water supply system cannot function reliably in freezing conditions. These habits have created a unique way of life, where people must constantly adapt to survive amidst the planet's harsh cold. Number 2. You can freeze if you stand still. In Yakutsk, survival is not just a habit, but a strategic system honed over generations. Stepping outside, the warmth from the fireplace vanishes instantly, and the cold attacks every part of the body. People here wear 4 to 5 layers of clothing as a rule of survival. Fur coats made from reindeer, fox, or sable, along with anti-insulated boots made from reindeer leg skin, provide far better insulation than many artificial materials in temperatures as low as 50 degrees Celsius. Even when the body is covered, eyelashes freeze due to the instantaneous condensation of water vapor. So many use damp cloths or eye patches to protect their corneas and move more safely. Every outdoor action must be carefully calculated, as standing on ice for too long can lead to hypothermia. Survival in Yakutsk is also a combination of ingenuity and community discipline. In their yards, people create fixed paths on the ice or use makeshift slides to transport fish, water, and food, saving energy and reducing the risk of slipping and falling. Winter transportation follows its own rules. Many cars must keep their engines running continuously throughout the cold season, because if they are turned off for too long, the oil and batteries can freeze in just a few hours. Houses are built on high stilts to prevent the permafrost from melting, protecting the foundations and the entire community. From a young age, children learn to wear multiple layers of clothing, walk across snow-covered roads or icy rivers to get to school, and adapt to this environment as part of life. These habits, skills, and equipment are not simply local culture. Number 3. A high-fat breakfast determines survival. Breakfast in extremely cold regions is not just a daily routine, but also a way for the body to accumulate energy to cope with the harsh environment. When outdoor temperatures can drop to 50 degrees Celsius, fatty foods help maintain body temperature and support activity throughout the morning. Oily pancakes, creamy desserts, and other fatty foods are therefore popular choices. Pancakes are used instead of bread and eaten with jam to create a light yet energy-rich breakfast. In some families, breakfast is also accompanied by hot tea or warm condensed milk to help the body recover temperature faster after waking up. Many households prepare frozen fish and meat the night before, utilizing the sub-zero temperatures as a natural freezer, ensuring the whole family always has a readily available source of energy-rich food. In daily life, the cold outside almost completely replaces the role of the refrigerator. Food is stored in the yard, under eaves, or in cool corners of the house, where sub-zero temperatures help preserve it for longer periods. Some households even use large ice chests or small cellars to store fish and meat, turning their outdoor yards into natural cold storage. This preservation method allows many families to stockpile food for several days at a time, reducing the need to go outside during dangerously cold times. After a high-calorie breakfast, adults engage in strenuous tasks such as chopping wood, fetching ice from the river, or transporting supplies. Number 4. Humans have to cut through ice to get drinking water. In Yakutia, access to clean drinking water is directly linked to survival during the freezing winter. Lacking a water treatment system or a reliable supply of bottled water, people must collect water from frozen rivers and lakes near their homes. When winter arrives, household water pipes freeze completely, rendering them unusable. Therefore, families must cut and collect large blocks of ice to store. Some households even install makeshift slides to pull ice from the riverbanks to their yards, shortening transport time and ensuring a stable water supply throughout the long cold season. In many remote areas, ice collection is done on a weekly schedule to avoid excessive travel in extreme weather conditions. The ice collection process is a communal activity. After cutting the ice, people use tractors or sleds to transport it back and distribute it to individual households. When the water in the containers is nearly depleted, large blocks of ice are broken into smaller pieces to melt faster and be used gradually. Many families utilize these large storage containers as natural cold storage, both to store ice and to preserve food. Thanks to the extremely low temperatures, both water and food are kept for extended periods. The melted water is used for washing hands, faces, and drinking directly, becoming a staple of daily life throughout the winter. Each family sets aside a corner for these water containers, making them convenient to use even without a running water system. With young children, transportation becomes more difficult due to thick snow and ice. So many students have to use snowmobiles or cross frozen sections of rivers to get to school. School only temporarily closes when temperatures drop to extreme levels like 70 degrees Celsius. These experiences help children develop early adaptability and a sense of independence in a freezing environment, thanks to a combination of generational experience, ingenious transportation methods, and a spirit of community cooperation. Number 5. Children grow up speaking 2 languages. Saka, also known as Yakut, plays a central role in the cultural life of the local population, so children in Yakutsk are often exposed to both their mother tongue and Russian early on. This bilingual model not only helps preserve traditions, but also opens the way for learning and communication nationwide, especially for students planning to leave their hometowns to seek opportunities in larger cities. Proficiency in Russian is therefore almost a fundamental requirement. In some schools, teachers even incorporate games, children's songs, and folk tales in both languages so that children can practice the language while also learning about local cultural identity. As a result, children develop language adaptability from kindergarten onwards. During the winter months when temperatures drop to below freezing, the school serves as both a learning space and a healthcare environment for students. They are given snacks at the end of class to keep them warm and maintain stable energy levels throughout the school day. The residents maintain regular eating and drinking schedules, and children often receive fruit juice, candy, or small snacks between meals to prevent heat loss from traveling outdoors. Due to the geographical features and small size of the community, the distance to school is usually short, so walking to school independently is considered part of fostering self-reliance in children. Many children cross frozen river sections or navigate small ski slopes under the supervision of community adults. The school thus becomes a shared support system, where adults work together to help, check warm clothing, shoes, and school supplies, ensuring children can attend class safely even on the harshest winter days. Number 6. Places where people cannot walk outdoors for long periods. In urban areas, daily life relies heavily on cars and minibuses, as long walks are virtually impossible. Thick snow and sub-zero temperatures put anyone walking outdoors for more than 20 to 30 minutes at serious risk. Vehicle exhaust condenses into thick fog in seconds, reducing visibility. Some people opt for snowmobiles or small tractors to navigate between streets, saving energy and ensuring safety. People also avoid wearing metal eyewear, as it can stick to the skin in extreme cold and cause injury. In winter, the city quickly plunges into darkness around 5 p.m., with many streets only dimly lit, making outdoor travel dangerous. Therefore, all outdoor activities must be carefully planned. In this context, people often plan their journeys in advance, calculating rest stops and preparing adequate warm clothing before leaving home. Because there are no underground parking lots, all cars must be parked outdoors, so people use thick coverings to insulate and protect their vehicles from damage due to the harsh weather. Many roadside items are completely frozen, and drying clothes becomes a major challenge. Some families design hanging frames or string ropes across their roofs to dry clothes, taking advantage of the winter sun to help melt the ice, thus saving time and effort and demonstrating adaptability and creativity in daily life. This method not only helps clothes dry faster in extremely cold conditions, but also reflects the survival ingenuity of urban communities in icy regions, where every daily habit must be adjusted to suit nature. Number 7. Clothes hung out to dry turn to ice. In Yakutsk, electrical appliances are often unreliable, and water pipes are prone to freezing completely, making basic daily activities much more complicated than in temperate climates. People often wash clothes by hand and hang them outside to dry, but after a short time, the clothes freeze solid like sheets of ice, forcing them to warm them up before use. Some families even conduct mini-experiments to gauge the cold, such as hanging cups of water or placing metal objects outdoors to observe the freezing rate, both as a way to assess weather conditions and as a survival lesson for children. Ice museums and ice sculptures exist almost year-round, hardly melting thanks to the sub-zero temperatures combined with the permafrost layer underground. This shows how humans have learned to transform the harsh climate into a part of cultural life and tourism. Most houses are built of wood to better retain heat when using wood-burning stoves. Native animals such as horses, deer, and dogs have developed very low cold tolerances, some possessing thick, multi-layered fur that effectively retains heat, while fish survive in frozen lakes, demonstrating the superior adaptability of the deep freeze ecosystem. Some biological studies in Siberia have also noted partial hibernation and slowed metabolism in many species, helping them reduce energy expenditure during the long winter. The people of Yakutsk have to proactively repair their roofs, vehicles, and household appliances themselves, because in temperatures close to 70 centigrade, support services are almost inaccessible. Natural ice containers in yards and under eaves are used as large-scale cold storage to preserve fish, meat, and vegetables throughout the winter, helping families maintain a stable food supply. Ice museums and sculptures are therefore not just tourist attractions, but also living cultural symbols, reflecting the adaptable spirit and creativity of the communities that inhabit the coldest region of the planet. Number 8. Small villages unite to survive. Villages in the Yakutsk region typically have fewer than 1,000 inhabitants and are clustered together, forming small but close-knit communities. People rely heavily on mutual support, resulting in a relatively peaceful social environment with virtually no recorded ethnic conflicts or violence. Half the population are indigenous Saka people, with fewer people from other areas, thus maintaining a stable community structure. Children primarily learn and play within the village space, while adults supervise, guide, and support them, fostering a sense of security and trust among households. In many villages, communal events such as winter festivals, Labor Days, or community gatherings help connect generations and strengthen collective spirit. Communities also develop self-governing rules to protect essential winter resources, including water, food, and firewood. The villagers create internal communication channels to assign and coordinate tasks such as fetching water, transporting ice, or preparing fuel, helping all members share the responsibility for survival in harsh climates. Some villages also maintain shared food stores where frozen fish, meat, and vegetables are stored and distributed according to need, reducing the risk of food shortages during periods of extreme cold. During prolonged snowstorms, these shared stores can become a vital reserve, allowing families to avoid venturing out too often. Simultaneously, the villages preserve their traditional culture and rituals, and children are taught to respect nature. Number 9. Men have to fix everything themselves to survive. In Yakutsk, Self-repair and crafting household items are not just daily chores, but considered a core survival skill for men in each family. From repairing roofs and maintaining vehicles to sharpening knives and making wooden items, every skill is geared towards maintaining a stable life during the extremely harsh winter. These experiences are passed down from father to son through generations, forming a unique survival culture of this frigid region. Some families even build small workshops in their yards to produce their own tools and supplies, allowing them to be self-sufficient in most situations. When vehicles break down, roofs leak, or wooden walls crack due to expansion and contraction from the frost, the men must proactively handle the situation themselves instead of waiting for outside services. They are trained in skills such as ice cutting, fishing, preparing firewood, and stockpiling fuel, transforming everyday activities into practical survival lessons. The transmission of skills from father to son helps preserve a long-standing labor culture and creates a younger generation ready to adapt to the icy environment. Simultaneously, the community maintains a spirit of mutual support. Families share experiences in collecting ice, transporting food and water, and cooperate in heavy winter tasks. Number 10. Yakutsk, where wooden houses stand on permafrost. Yakutsk is built on permafrost, a layer of frozen earth that remains frozen year-round and hardly melts, allowing everything buried underground to be preserved for a very long time. Houses here are mainly made of wood, which helps retain heat from wood-burning stoves, creating warm living spaces during the long winters. Some houses also incorporate handcrafted insulation from sawdust or compressed straw, helping to block cold winds and minimize heat loss during heavy snowstorms. In many settlements, people raise the foundations of their houses off the ground to avoid the effects of permafrost expansion, thus protecting the structure for many years. Native animals such as horses, deer, and dogs have evolved to adapt to the extremely cold climate, able to withstand temperatures close to 70 degrees Celsius while remaining active. Some species have developed thick, multi-layered fur, which helps retain heat longer and minimize heat loss during the long winter months. Even though the surrounding lakes are completely frozen, fish still live beneath the thick ice, demonstrating the impressive biological adaptability of the deep freeze ecosystem. Observations from nature have helped local residents learn survival skills, from finding water sources under the ice and choosing the right time to hunt to methods of storing food in prolonged sub-zero temperatures. Number 11. Humans eat frozen raw fish to survive. Yakutian cuisine focuses on energy-rich food sources such as dairy, red meat, fish, and wild fruits. Typical dishes include thinly sliced frozen raw fish, frozen horse meat, and frozen liver, considered vital nutrients that help the inhabitants withstand temperatures near 70 degrees and remain active in freezing conditions. Some families also add natural seasonings like forest salt or local leaves to preserve the original flavor and prevent the food from freezing too quickly. These culinary traditions have their roots in the post-Ice Age period, when the Yakut community relied heavily on raw horse meat for survival. They also drink kumis, a fermented mare's milk served cold and often kept in ice chests outside to maintain a stable temperature. More than just a beverage, kumis is deeply intertwined with the rituals and summer activities of the Yakut people, symbolizing the connection between humans and their native horses. In Yakutsk, children learn from a young age how to chop raw fish, handle frozen meat, and preserve food, thus developing essential survival skills in an extremely cold environment. These dishes not only provide energy, but are also part of their cultural identity. Number 12. The toilet must be placed outdoors in freezing temperatures. In Yakutsk, indoor water pipes frequently freeze due to extremely low temperatures, rendering indoor toilets unusable. Residents have resorted to outdoor toilets, conveniently located and ensuring safety even in freezing conditions. Some families have built covered walkways or windbreaks to mitigate the effects of the cold wind when going outside. Bathing is typically only done about once a week in wooden bathing huts where people burn wood and heat the water for hours. In some households, the huts are lined with thick wooden planks or covered with insulating materials to maintain a consistent warmth throughout the bathing process. Many families prepare hot water the night before, using temporary insulation to retain heat longer, saving fuel and protecting health in the extreme cold. These habits extend beyond personal hygiene, reflecting the community's unique adaptability to the harsh natural environment. The Use of outdoor toilets and wooden bathing huts has been passed down through generations, becoming part of survival knowledge that helps maintain health and energy during the long winter months. As a result, children develop independence early on and understand the importance of survival discipline in their daily lives in this cold region. Number 13. Humans drill through ice to find food. Fishing on ice-covered lakes and rivers is a core survival activity for the local people, as the prolonged cold climate makes farming virtually impossible. People drill through the thick ice, drop nets into the water below, and may have to wait for hours for the fish to move into the nets. This is not just individual work, but often a communal activity, where many people cooperate to ensure a stable food supply for all families in the village. After the fish are brought back, women clean them and cook them directly in brine to preserve their natural flavor. Some households create outdoor frozen fish storage by cutting blocks of ice containing the fish and storing them right in their yards, taking advantage of the sub-zero temperatures like a giant freezer. Thanks to this preservation method, food can be stored for weeks without the need for electricity. Fishing also serves as an outdoor survival class for children, where they learn how to drill through ice, cast nets, observe the environment, and assess risks in harsh cold conditions. The frozen lakes are therefore not only a source of food, but also a center of social interaction, where people meet, exchange experiences, and strengthen community bonds throughout the long winter. Number 14. Where diamonds and permafrost coexist. Siberia was historically associated with forced labor camps at its mines, but it also attracted many people who voluntarily migrated in search of a better life. Over time, mining developed and became a key economic pillar of the region. Today, Siberia is famous for Russia's largest diamond reserves, along with other precious minerals such as gold, copper, and platinum, attracting the attention of mining companies, collectors, and resource scientists. Many modern mining projects incorporate ice measurement technology, deep drilling, and transportation in sub-zero temperatures, demonstrating the level of human adaptation to the icy environment. The old mines are not only relics of the past, but also part of the cultural and historical heritage, reflecting humanity's journey of confronting and adapting to harsh natural conditions. Some sites are open to visitors, allowing them to observe the differences between traditional mining methods and modern technology. The impact of the mineral mines directly permeates the lives of the Yakut community. People learn to utilize surrounding resources, combining manual labor skills with creative thinking to adapt to harsh natural conditions. Many families pass on knowledge of mining, observing water and fish seasons, and assessing suitable working times to younger generations, forming a system of survival knowledge closely linked to the local economy. As a result, the community's livelihood and culture are based not only on natural resources, but also on experience accumulated over generations. Number 15. Transform entertainment into a culture of survival. In daily life in Yakutsk, recreational opportunities are relatively limited due to the extreme cold and sub-zero temperatures, requiring most outdoor activities to be carefully controlled. Popular games such as snowball fights, ice soccer, skiing, and snowboarding help maintain fitness and foster community bonding. Some families even organize small-scale ski or snowball fights in their neighborhoods, creating a cheerful atmosphere and encouraging cooperation among children and teenagers. These activities are often seen as a way to relieve stress during the long winter and help children develop a habit of regular exercise. Yakutsk is famous for its diamond mines, and many local shops utilize natural ice to display gemstones, providing a unique visual experience for viewers. Siberia has long been a center for the extraction of precious minerals, so diamonds are not only an economic symbol but also deeply intertwined with the local cultural identity in the icy landscape. The recreational activities of the people of Yakutsk are always closely linked to survival and culture. Skiing, snowball fights, and playing on the ice are not just fun, but also opportunities to develop endurance, agility, and cooperation. Life in Yakutsk is like a never-ending test of endurance and survival skills. Every daily activity, from preparing meals and fetching water to transporting food and navigating the outdoors, requires careful preparation. People wear multiple layers of clothing, fur coats, insulated shoes, eye patches, and scarves to avoid freezing when exposed to the cold. The entire community works closely together, storing fish, meat, and water in natural cold storage to maintain a stable rhythm of life and protect each other during the long, sub-zero winter. Children learn to adapt from a very young age, developing independence and acquiring survival skills passed down from previous generations. So what would you do if one day you had to step outside in temperatures of -50°C, surrounded by an endless expanse of white ice? Would you have the courage to live, adapt, and blend into that harsh way of life?